Hello fellow Hunters of the Blue, and welcome to my channel, and also welcome to another sculpting video. And in this video I will be showing you how to make something very cool. That is feathers in two styles, old school and new school. So let's get cracking. So to start with our feathers, I'm going to do two types of feathers. So I'm taking a small ball of green stuff for one, and another one for the second feather. I'm going to do one in a very old school style and a second one in a more modern one. So first of all I'm going to flatten my putty until it's smooth and uniform. And then I'm going to plan out my feathers. So I'm going to try to make the rough shape of the feather now. Try to make this thinner than the feather you want to make. If it's too big, you can always cut away the excess. But remember, you want it to be in this direction thinner than the final product. So once I have both shapes down, I'm going to start with the old school one. For this I'm going to take this kind of tool. You can always use any other that has a sharp edge. I'm going to try and mark out the middle section. Always use water to lubricate your tools. You can see it there. Trying to reach up to a point here. Remember, if you have too much water, you can always dab it the excess with a paper towel. And once I have my middle ridge done, I'm going to apply pressure in this direction, creating like a V-shaped groove all around that middle section there. So once we have like this kind of groove formed all around that middle section, I'm going to apply pressure and just make the outer edge fall into the other direction. And now I like to leave this to rest for a bit. The putty now is too soft and you run the risk of ruining it. So I like to take this time, let it about 10 minutes, not too long, just 10 minutes so it hardens just a tiny bit. Now onto the second feather. Again, I'm going to mark out the stem. I'm going to do this now because I realized that was a slight mistake on my part. So isolate the stem of the feather. What I'm going to do with this is, instead of pressing down, what I will do is lay my tool flat. It will be just like that, and I'm going to isolate it in that manner, even pressing a tiny bit towards the center. Make sure your tool is well lubricated, of course, because if you don't, this will happen. Not a big deal. Reform that part, and I'm going to press and isolate the stem. And now I'm going to make one side wider than the other. I'm going to take this side and make it wide, because they do that now, and this side I'm going to take a bit away. So just like that. So one side of the feather is actually smaller than the other. It's not symmetrical. I'm now pretty happy with this, and we are going to finish this one without waiting. I'm going to take a tool that has wide and rounded point. You can use something like this, or something like this will be okay. Or we can even use one of these ball-shaped tools, but I prefer this one. This is my favorite. I'm going to lubricate that. And I'm going to make small indentations, like ups and downs, like the surface has some kind of ripples. Just press it randomly all across the surface. And then I'm going to take this scalpel and make some random cuts. It doesn't have to be many, maybe 1 or 2 per feather. I will take one of these raised parts, one part with the feather, with the undulations on the feather are raised, and I'm just going to make a cut here like this. And with the same scalpel I'm going to put it inside and try to raise both sides a bit, like that. I'll make a small one here and put it down, open it a bit. Okay, so that feather is done. It was really easy, that one. And I think we may have this already ready. So we take the same scalpel. You want this to be really sharp, and you need to be very careful with this. We're going to make the lines very carefully, very consistently. Use the tip of the scalpel to go right against the stem of the feather. Really, really close to that. And now you want to refine the shape, because of course the shape has been modified. So be sure, take the scalpel again, plenty of lubrication, and just cut away the excess until your feather looks how you want it to look. Don't be afraid to go back and just again refine some of the bits if you are not happy with them. I, for example, like to go from this direction and just make the same cuts, but like this. This makes a very refined look, because the side of your feather will also have that line, not just be flat. I think that looks horrible. And this will also help. This will also help get the feather that rounded look on top that looks so good. So with that done, it's that simple to sculpt a feather. We have here 2 styles of feathers. One is a very old school style GW feather, and the other is their more modern approach to sculpting feathers, which is much more realistic. But you sometimes want to sculpt something that is old school. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Do you like my videos and want to help me make them? Well, there are several ways you can do that. You can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below. You can also check all my affiliate links in the pinned comment of this video. Use those links in your next hobby purchase and help me without any additional cost to you. But most importantly, there is Patreon. You have the link to my Patreon in the description below and in the pinned comment of the video. Patreon helps me do all the cool projects that I want to make and helps me improve the quality of my videos. Don't be afraid, no content will ever be hidden behind a paywall, but it's a nice way to help me and you will get something back for generosity. Said guys, thank you very much for watching, and a special thank you to Ben Morin, Ryan Mann, Joshua Bohannon, Daniel Figueiredo dos Santos, Christoph Moritz, Charles Armitage, Michael Boyer, Victor Domen, Karen O'Murthail, Mark Jarvis, Manuel Gonzalez Rodriguez, Brent Seelinger, Sheeny, Richard Kwiatkowski, Dominic Trevizo, Josh Simpson, Manuel Vilela Partida, Michael Young, J3 Butler, Sasha Park, Eldrick Edge, G-Force, Dr. V, Jonathan Ekelund, Leonard Lindemann, Kit Leonard, and Kevin Sullers for being the coolest persons in the planet. Be like these fine folks, join my Patreon, and take control.